Hey everybody, happy Tuesday evening. It's 6:30 here Central, so that means it is time to say hello to the lovely Natalie. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, judging by the conversation that we were having before in chat, I'm a little worried about this conference that we have coming up now. It appears that I will be covered head to toe in pink Post-it notes.
You mean these right here?
Those right there. Those right there.
And all these?
And all those. Yeah.
All those. Yeah, that's a shame. Gosh, diggly darn it.
Well, but anyway.
Anywho.
Hope everybody is doing well. In case you don't know, they're going to post, I forget a lot of things apparently. And someone came up with the bright idea of covering me head to toe with Post-it notes.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of that, but whatever, Oh, head to foot. Okay. Gary says head to foot. So
just so you can remember.
Just so I can remember.
All the things that you have forgotten, we're going to put on those little sticky notes and cover you in pink Post-its.
That'll be a lot of stuff that's
have a pink do-rag.
It'll be I'll wear a pink do-rag.
Yeah.
It'll be a fashion statement. Yep. It was Mickey. So
it was. It was.
Yep. So in case you are wondering, in case you have no idea what we're talking about, this is what we're talking about. The Crossing Realms Conference, unless you've been living under a rock, Crossing Realms Conference, September 19th and 20th. Make sure you'll get your tickets and be there, because it is going to be a fantastic weekend. How do I get out of this?
Yeah.
Nope. There we go.
There we go.
I'm stuck.
Hey,
I'm stuck in a booth.
Ah.
Actually, a funny story. When I was camping, we're a real quick story since I've said stuck in a booth. We were, when I was a kid, we were tent camping in, I believe, the Smokies. And we would go with another family. And my dad used to talk in his sleep. And we were with his longtime childhood friend, John. And, Dad was sound asleep and he kept yelling, John, John, John. And then John's wife kind of nudged him and answer him, will you? And so John answers, and my dad says, John, help me. I'm stuck in a booth. I don't know where that was. And all of a sudden that just came out.
Weird things that you can remember.
See that? Yeah, I remember that. But, I can't remember what I was going to ask these two. Who are we having on tonight? I can't remember.
It is the hype.
The hype.
The wind.
Okay. The wind.
None other than Jim Powell.
Oh, God.
From Night's Watch.
Okay, but you know what? Oh, he left.
Oh, no. See.
Well, let's bring Jim up, because this is okay. So do that again. Do that again. Do your little.
Okay.
I promised him that.
All right.
That you
None
would
other.
Intro him.
The wind, the hype, the one and only Jim Powell from the Night's Watch.
There
he is.
It's me.
How you doing, brother?
Favorite flavor of spam. What's up, guys?
Nothing much. Happy you're here today.
I'm happy to be here. I'm trying to do my best.
I can't hear him.
To raise my energy levels up.
There you go.
Because I'm so exhausted. So
really?
Oh yeah. It's hot here in Alabama, bro. Hot.
Oh, today we had a heat index of 110. 110. So yeah, it's hot up here too.
Yeah, do that and be a welder. Then
yeah, okay. Yeah, I was sitting in air conditioning all day, so
sounds great.
Driving around air conditioned van every now and then. Speaking of another fantastic Bigfoot researcher, none only, the one and only, the 7'10" Harley Owens. Harley, how are you, sir? You're muted.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey, there he is.
I hear you.
I don't hear him yet. Sorry.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Hang on a second. I'm having tech issues. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. Can you hear us?
Hang on.
Okay. Oh, well, he just left.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, we'll bring him back. and 7 foot 12 and a half. Yeah, he's pretty darn tall.
Yeah.
So you know what? I just had a thought. You know how you guys kind of like have your own little nicknames for each other over there on the Porch crew?
Yes.
I just thought of a good one for you, Paul.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
I think we should call you like your new official nickname should be Pretty in Pink. I think that's where it's at.
Yep. Pretty in Pink. Oh.
Thank you so much,
Jim.
T-Bone, for the 5 memberships. I appreciate you, my friend. Pretty and pink, huh?
Pretty
Mhm.
in pink, because
Okay.
son, you gonna be dressed head to toe in pink from what they're saying.
Yeah. You know,
Take one
I
for the
would
team.
say I remember who started this, but you know, I'll forget. So Mickey, you're probably going to be safe. So, oh, yeah, I like this one too. Post-it note, Paul.
Post-it note
Yeah,
Paul.
that's nowhere near
Okay.
cool enough.
No, I'm thinking Pretty in Pink. Pinky
Pam, did you hear
Lee.
that? He said it's not nearly as cool enough. So he's loosely saying that you're not nearly as cool enough as he is.
Or Pretty
saying.
Paul. Roger
No, I
says
just said that
Pretty
was
Paul.
a bad name. Don't put words in my mouth.
Roger. Oh God. Let's bring Harley back on and
Harley.
let's change the flow of this. Hey,
Is that
Harley, how you
better?
doing?
Is that
That's
better?
better. We heard you fine before. Can you
Hey.
hear us
Well,
now?
I couldn't hear you all.
Oh,
So I
really?
don't know what was going on.
We were okay. I called you the extremely tall 7.5 or 7 foot 10 inch human being.
Yeah, I'm pretty much Bigfoot. They should have me in the Bigfoot costumes at the conference.
Yeah. But you really should.
Thank you very much, Mickey.
Hmm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mickey.
So, you know what? Let's take this off you, Jim, even though you're making fun of me, calling me pretty and pink.
Okay.
But you missed
Go
a
ahead,
lot
nerd.
there, Harley.
Yeah. You just scratched me up.
So, guys, thank you both very much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. And I've been really looking forward to talking to you both.
Yeah, I've had a pretty long weekend myself. Went down to East Tennessee, as most people probably don't know. I live in Middle Tennessee now, so not used to that drive and the time change. It's kicking my butt. I had to give Natalie a hard time while I was down there. I got her good.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear that story.
I walked past Natalie, and my arms are so long, so I just reached my arm out behind me and tapped her on the shoulder. She looked, and then I got her good.
Oh, he did. I was like, what is happening? And by the time I realized he was 20 feet away, I'm going, what just happened?
I got her good.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, good. Thank you, Harley, for doing that. I appreciate that. You taking care of that for me.
No problem. No problem.
That was a good time.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, we had a blast this weekend.
Yeah.
We did.
And you guys are talking about the Bigfoot conference in Gatlinburg.
Yep.
Yes.
I didn't say Gettysburg because I keep wanting
No.
to say Gettysburg.
It's Gatlinburg. We had a fantastic time. Got to see a ton of people. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year I'll be
Pretty
there.
good
Next year I'll be there. But
Yes.
it sounded like a fantastic time for what Natalie was telling me backstage and everything. So, yep. So,
Yeah.
did MK? Was he there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm.
Cool. So, and I hear you met Ristel and Pancho. So that's cool.
Yep. They were there
You're
too.
Gonna meet those guys at
Yeah, I met
in
Poncho. I
September.
didn't even see Ristel. I didn't even know who Ristel was. I wouldn't have known who Poncho was if he didn't walk up to me and said, "Hey, I'm Poncho." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool.
Yeah. MK is 4'11".
MK's not 4'11".
Okay.
Natalie is.
I am.
Anyway.
But I wear heels. Makes me a little taller.
So you're 5'1".
With the tiniest feet known to man.
I do. I
It
do. People were
It is
making
the
fun
most
of me over the
adorable
weekend.
shoes I have ever seen. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I know that's like
Yeah, but I
neither
have
here or
my
there,
little,
but oh my wow.
my
It's
little
okay.
hiking boots.
Yeah.
so small.
Yeah, it's like 5.5.
Size 5.5.
It's
Yeah.
so small.
Holy cow!
I got
And,
tiny
and by
feet, I got
comparison,
tiny
Harley,
hands.
what size shoe do you wear?
12.
12. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Nothing too crazy. I mean, I got a
Okay.
big foot, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway,
Anyways.
I got some
Anywho.
funny foot stories, but we'll save that for another time.
Ooh, giggity.
Anyway, so guys, you two are fresh off a little adventure in in the Smokies.
Yeah.
Harley, are you there? You froze. It looks like.
Well, if you're going to freeze, that's a great pose. It's a nice smile.
Yeah.
Harley.
Jim has little feet too.
The heck you say? Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
So Jim, let's start with you since Harley, we're waiting for Harley to thaw a little
Sure.
bit.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit, if you can, about where you guys were looking or investigating.
All right. So essentially we're in Smoky Mountain National Forest. I'm not going to give away
No.
the location,
There he is.
but
Oops, now he froze.
Did I go black or something? What happened? My phone screen just went black, and I was sitting here trying to figure out what's going on.
No, you just
Yeah.
froze.
just froze.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um,
that was weird.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Jim, do you want him to tell it since it was his spot, or did you want to?
Sure. Is the camera going to work okay for you there, Harley?
yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. Where did I cut off at? I apologize.
We were just talking where it's at.
Oh,
yeah, where you guys were. I
without
mean, you don't have to
giving-
give the exact location, but
Right.
about 32 minutes east of Gatlinburg, so fairly close to where the conference was at.
Mm.
Right.
It's definitely not far at all, and I actually had several different people out there this weekend, and we had some stuff happening.
Cool.
and this
Yes.
is your go-to place where you're at a lot, right?
Yeah. It kind of sucks now that I'm 4 hours away, but I'm still going to make time to go down there when I can. I really want to start going in the LBL, but I don't want to go by myself there.
Mm-mm.
Smokies is
That's
one
fair.
thing by myself. Land Between the Lakes, that's a whole different can of worms.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
you let me know when you want to go to the LBL. I'll go with you. It's I think about 5 hours from St. Louis.
Well, I live 40 minutes away from there, so.
Oh, geez. Okay. Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, let me know, and then we can set that up. That would be cool.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I know
Yeah.
when you're going next, technically, but anyways.
Oh yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, Nat does too, because she'll be there.
I'll be there.
All three of us will be there.
Yes.
I'll be here with my pink Post-it notes.
And your pink
At least you
do-rag.
look pretty in pink, brother.
My pink
Hmm.
do-rag.
Now you need some pink shoes.
Nice.
All pinked out.
Yeah, you missed it there, Harley. So we're not going to go back to that. Anyway.
I have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Great.
Hmm.
So anyway, tell us about this. How long have you been going to this spot? And I know you've caught a ton of stuff there.
Yeah, December 7th of 2023 was when I actually started going into this place, and it's been balls to the walls ever since. Like, there's been so much stuff going on in this place, and Jim and so many other people will tell you, Robert Effler and George Lunsford. I mean, there's been several different people that we all know that have come into this place and experienced and seen a lot of crazy stuff.
Why do you think that's such a hotbed for Bigfoot stuff?
Well, there's plenty of water. There's several different creeks that flow through this area. There's plenty of foliage, which is shelter for them to hide in. And there's plenty of food. There's elk. There's occasional elk that come through the area. There's deer. There's turkey. And there's berries too. I mean, there's all kinds of food sources for those things, and it's an ample habitat for them to habituate year round. I mean, I'm always finding new tree structures and things like that. And Jim never really bought too much into the tree structures until he came out with me in this area. And even to this day, like just this weekend, we found new tree structures, and it's a never ending thing in this place.
Wow.
Nice.
So have you had a Class A sighting there or?
Oh, several.
Okay. And about how tall are they?
The biggest one that I seen was roughly 8.5 feet, and it was when George was with me. And George, we named him Alfalfa because when we seen him January 7th, it was sleeting and raining on us, and his hair was sticking up like
Oh,
Alfalfa off
wow.
the Little Rascals.
Oh,
But, you know, the funny, I always
Aw.
got to tell this story. You know, George thought it was a shadow. You know, and I wouldn't have known it was one unless I looked out of my peripheral and seen it moving through the laurels. I mean, you've been in the Smokies and you've seen the mountain laurels, how thick they are. This thing was,
no.
it was in the middle of wintertime. These things are still green, so it was moving through the laurels, and I caught a glimpse out of my peripheral. I thought maybe it was a bear at first, but when it was moving the way it was, as fast as it was, that's when I knew that it was a Bigfoot. I told George, I said, George, there's a Bigfoot. He said, Harley, that's a shadow. I said, no, George, it's a Bigfoot. Well, I go walking towards it. I get maybe 10, 15 feet away from George. I stepped on a branch. It sounded like a shotgun going off. And this Bigfoot braces himself on the tree, and he does this number to kind of look for me because I was where he couldn't see me. And next thing I know, I hear George say, oh, shit. And he comes flying past me. And I'm standing here like, well, what do we do? Like, this was the first time I ever had anybody out with me. And here goes George Lunsford chasing the thing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. But, you know, the biggest thing about this whole encounter was, you know, we get up there to where he was at, and we could get an estimate on how tall he was. You know, there was a branch that was broken right about where the top of his head was, and it was 8.5 feet. And then right there at the base of the tree where he was standing at, he kind of slid in the mud, and you could see 3 perfect toes and a slight pinky toe, a slight big toe. And then, yeah, if you don't know Robert Effler, you all need to know Robert, because he comes over the walkie-talkie and he says, I don't know what in the world you old boys are stirring up over there, but it sounds like a gosh darn bulldozer coming through the woods.
That's him.
But it was just a trip that'll never forget. Much less the trip that me and Jim had. That trip was a pretty good one too.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Now,
awesome.
I want to pose something to you real quick. So you said it was kind of perched and like hanging on a tree like this.
Mm-hmm.
So what if, hear me out, what if while it's hanging out, it notices that you guys notice it? So when it's doing this, it's actually going, make sure my pits smell good before I have an encounter tonight.
Maybe, yo. That's $1 million question right there.
Maybe.
Had some Axe body spray too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim, the pictures that you sent me earlier today, were they from what you guys saw or your outing? Or okay, all right.
Yeah, they're in the documentary. I sent you a couple of them, not all of them. Yeah, so everybody out there, feel free to go to the channel or my channel. It's live and there's a ton of stuff.
So, it was like 2 hours and something. What the finished product is 2 hours and something.
It's a little over 2 hours.
Right at 2 hours.
It's called The Enigma in the Smokies, and there's the link. Pam has it. We'll have it a couple more times floating through the chat. So go check that out. It's pretty cool stuff. So I want to get go through some of these pictures here real quick. This is the first one. You know what? I'm going to share my screen instead of putting it on here. Okay. Hang on. Okay.
You got it?
I got it.
Note? Okay.
All right, so zoom in for me just a little bit there, Broham. All right, so.
Oh, this is when we were down in that valley, right?
Yes, it was.
Down in the valley where the hog trap was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this picture is extremely interesting because from what I'm able to tell from the footage, basically, like this is like when we had a lot of stuff going on and we stand up finally to start investigating the cage that we finally found, or more like finally noticed. But anyways, when we did, we had one run out of the bushes over there, and both Harley and I are like frozen and we're trying to get it on our phones, You know, like he zooms in, his phone goes straight to pixelation.
Which
Not
is
sure
weird.
why. Yeah, I mean, it was like literally pixelated. I've never seen that. But my phone wasn't able to like really get the best shot of it because it's focusing too much on the foliage in front of it. So essentially, it's kind of behind that middle tree there. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, like as I'm looking at it, it's on the left.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is like, you know, we talk a lot about pareidolia, you know, in this field.
Mhm.
And, you know, like Harley and I can see this thing clearly, and it's like I said, beside the tree. But now there's the most interesting pareidolia in the world happening over there to the right that looks like a giant green face.
Mhm.
You know?
It does.
This right here, or
Yeah.
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 yeah,
I mean, that is for sure foliage. Like, there's no doubt about that in my mind. But the fact that it makes a perfect face is just so uncanny to me. You know, I
Mhm.
mean, I believe personally that, you know, pareidolia is more than just pareidolia. I think it's these things having an effect on their environment personally. But, you know, it's one of those things that I just don't know how to explain because, you know, before all this happens, I mean, we had so much going on down there in the valley with us that it's just absolutely just unreal.
Well, we were being surrounded by on all four sides of us. There was
Right.
They were doing the rock clacking. You could hear them clacking rocks. There was one in front of us to our left.
oh
Then there
wow,
was one behind us to the left. Then there was one in front of us to the right, and then there was another one behind us to the right. So they were communicating by
Yes.
doing this rock clacking. And then there was one that crossed the creek to our right because you could hear it crossing the creek.
Mhm. Now, this one here, like, you know, like I said, we put eyeballs on it. Like, it was clear as day as it was running through. And, you know, we did everything in our power to get it the best we could, but it didn't really come out as clear as I would want. However, it did leave a footprint. You know, it had a heel
Oh,
slide
really?
that went into
Where
the
he
creek.
crossed the creek, yeah, his heel slid.
Wow.
wow.
And you will see that
Yeah,
in the dock.
That's the first thing that my eyes went right to. That thing right there.
Right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy, isn't it?
yeah. I was trying
Yeah.
to get my red circle tool, but I couldn't find it on here. So.
That's okay.
You know, it's not a Bigfoot picture unless you have a red circle tool.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, what are we looking at here? It's like a
Let's see.
snail right here, actually.
If I'm not mistaken, this is a better picture of the one that was hiding behind the tree.
These two over there to the left, you can see that dark
Mhm.
silhouette.
The dark
That
shadow there.
Yep. See it right
Mhm.
there.
So like those two images are like the best ones that I got of that particular
Same one, yeah.
critter.
Right here?
Yeah.
Wait, move your cursor. Where's your cursor at?
Right here.
Right there.
See it?
Oh yeah, that's him. Yeah.
So you can kind of like make out his
There.
eyes and stuff like that. A bit of
Mhm.
his chin. His head's kind of like tilted like this as he's looking, or at least from what I can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like I said,
in this exact spot right here, was when I really tried to zoom in on my phone, and
mhm,
it just went to pure pixelation, which was just crazy.
right. And if you guys notice, like I was saying, like you can see how well in focus all this foliage is up here versus back there, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, limited by the technology that I had, and it was so frustrating because, like I said, we're sitting there watching this thing as it runs through, you know, and it's just it took us by complete surprise because after, you know, the rock clacking stopped and the ones that we were hearing, you know, died down, we thought, okay, well, obviously our action's gone, so it's time to go investigate the cage. And then all of a sudden, here
Wow.
comes this guy just booking it across there and crosses the creek.
But
Wow.
tell them about the temperature.
Sure, yeah. So, you know, while we're there in the valley hanging out, having all this go around, you know, we're having some really strange EMF spikes and things like that. And on my EMF meter, it also has a temperature gauge because mine is technically made for ghost hunting. So I swapped it over to check the temperature, and it was like,
It
I
was
want
in
to say in the
50s,
60s, 50s.
mid 50s, low 60s. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole day. It was nice
Wow.
and overcast. But then all of a sudden, like at some point while we're hanging out and all this is going on, the temperature starts to spike and goes all the way up in the high 80s.
Really?
And I don't really have an explanation for that.
I mean,
In
if
the
you
middle-
think about ghosts, typically you think the temperature's dropping, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But then when you have Bigfoot and stuff, does the temperature rise?
I mean, is it
That's so
just in the
strange.
middle of the forest that it just spiked like that?
Yeah.
Yep. And keep in mind, like,
That's weird.
we're having crazy EMF spikes, anywhere from like the 60s to the 80s as well.
When
And-
when we were experiencing this stuff, and
Right.
when nothing was happening, it was like in the low mid 20s to 30s,
Mm-hmm.
and you can hear me throughout the video calling off what my EMF reader's saying.
Yeah.
Right. And, we're in the middle of desolation. There is nothing that would be bleeding through EMF at us, like, at all. There's literally nothing out there. So,
Other than a lot of quartz.
right. And that's the thing, it's like, it's our speculation that the rock clacking that we experienced out there was them actually, hitting quartz together, because there's just tons upon tons of quartz just everywhere.
Especially when Hurricane Helene hit and washed it all out. There's just quartz everywhere.
Wow.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Even big old boulders of this stuff. I mean, it's unreal.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a very unique place. I'm sure that's a good reason why you're having all of that activity is because of.
There's a funny story about how I actually got hooked up with this place. So, my buddy Glenn Hagerman, Scott Carpenter did used to research in this place, but there was another story behind this place. So there was a park ranger up there taking care of the cemetery, weed eating and stuff like that, and he hears this noise, and he looks down, and there's cemeteries right here. There's a holler over to the left, and this woman is coming up out of the holler, and she's just butt naked with huge claw marks all over her. So he takes her to the hospital, and he got her there. He dropped her off, and he left. He gets a few minutes down the road. The hospital calls him and tells him that she won't talk to nobody. So she would only talk to him. And by the time he got back to the hospital, she was gone. So he told him to pull back the footage and see where she went. They pull back the footage. Black SUVs pull up. Men in black suit get it out. They go in, get this woman, take her, and she's never been seen or heard from since.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And they got this on surveillance camera from the hospital.
Yep.
Wow.
That's insane.
Wow.
That is
Oh, yeah.
absolutely crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it blew my mind. And then much less, aggravate my buddy Glenn. I'm like, man, you really threw me into the fire about this place. Not me, much less me not knowing how to do Bigfoot research, and me going out there learning how to do it. I mean, I've come a long way since I started doing this, but there's still stuff I don't know.
Wow.
Touche.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. We learn every time we go out there. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's always an interesting time. Always an interesting time.
Now,
Yeah, I mean,
outside
this
of
place
you,
is
Harley,
definitely special.
outside of you, Harley, did do many people get out to this area to investigate?
Just me and Robert and George and Jim and whoever else I invite, which has not been very many.
Mm-hmm.
I can count on two hands who all I've had out there. Actually, no. Probably two hands and one of my feet. Because that one time I had 12 people out there. Operation Smoke, which is coming. It's another documentary that I'm in that comes out very soon.
Very cool.
Wow.
Very cool.
That's awesome. All right. Let's
Well, show.
get this one in here.
Oh, that's there at the X. Yeah, that was right.
Mhm.
That was not even 10 minutes into our hike.
Right. So this particular one, we're going to investigate the very first tree structure, essentially on the path there. And right before we get in there and find the footprint, I think is what it was, right?
We found the footprint after this. Yeah.
Right. So we're going towards that, and over there to the left, according to the camera footage, this thing is checking us out.
And you'll see there's a funnel just going through the laurels. It's like the laurels are just bent in, going back in that direction where this thing is at.
Mm.
Right. Yup.
And-
Yup.
Okay, so Jim, before you guys went to this location, Jim, you didn't think anything of the tree structures or anything?
I mean, not particularly. For me, it was just windfall and, like I say in the documentary, prepubescent teens playing bushcraft. That was my thoughts. But obviously that's not the way I think on it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what made you change your mind?
The sheer amount of all these, and plus the fact that we were also getting EMF spikes the
Mm.
closer we got into them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And was there a smell to it? Was there any different smell around it?
I didn't
Not
know
that I recall.
No, I
Okay.
don't remember.
Not that they were like marking their territory or anything. What about orbs? Did you see any orbs?
I did.
I saw a white one, and it was just nonchalantly, like we were walking through the woods, and I was telling Jim about something. I can't remember what it was, but I talked about it in the video, and you see me in the video say, I just seen a white orb, and it was in a laurel bush, and it just shot off to the right, like it was just a white light. It was weird. I've never seen one in the daytime, but
Wow.
at night we've seen orbs. We've seen red ones. We've seen green ones. We've seen yellow ones. Here, all kinds of different colored orbs.
Interesting.
What do you think those orbs are?
I still have a hard time trying to debate on what I want to think they are. Whether they're a vessel or, I just don't know. And that's just as brutally honest as I can be. I think it's connected because there's why would it be in that area with Bigfoot there if they're not connected?
Right.
I mean, you hear it so much with UFOs and with Bigfoot and stuff that it's got to be some kind of connection there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What they are.
Frankie
Go ahead.
Cannon wants to ask, what device do you use to measure EMF in the field?
I've got an app on one of my phones, and I actually do have an EMF reader, but I don't even remember what brand it is. It's in my backpack out there in the shop, but I'm not going to walk over and get it. I can look at it now. I can get in contact with Frankie and get it to him. I know what kind of. I don't even remember the brand. I know I've got one in my backpack.
Mine is just like a $20 one from Amazon. I don't know.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right.
Very cool.
Amy special. Amy special.
Now, do you think that the apps on the phone work just as good as a regular device that you could buy?
I think it does, because a buddy of mine, he's got one, and we've held them right there together, and it seems like they kind of pick up the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm especially with ghost hunting, I'm kind of leery about using different phone apps for trying to capture things. I mean, it has access to your microphone, to your pictures and stuff, so you never know what could possibly bleed through. So I'm just kind of leery about using apps like that for ghost hunting, at least.
There was somebody that sent me the one that I use, and I've had no issues with it. I mean, it goes up and down seemingly, and the funny thing is you can hold it down to a quartz rock, and it'll jump up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Get this other picture on here.
Sure.
What are you looking at here?
All right, so let's zoom in real quick to the left.
Oh, that was across the creek.
So when we're in the valley, this is across the creek from us. So the one there on the left that's extremely obvious, that's Chewy. So I don't know if we should give him a different name. I know it's not very original, but
It looks
seemed
like
fitting.
looks like one of the creatures in Return of the Jedi. I can't remember what those names are.
Ewoks.
You mean a
Ewok, yeah.
Wookiee? Oh, an Ewok.
No, Ewok. Well, I know what the Wookiee is.
Well, I don't know. Let's get you a little posted on here. Just saying.
Yeah.
The little mini Wookiees.
Yeah.
Mini Wookiees. A Wookiee
So-
baby.
But yeah, I mean, this is essentially what's across the creek from us, you know, and it's another one of those things, you know, it's hard to make the camera pick everything up as well as you want because there's so much foliage out here and it's so hard. I mean, we saw, I believe, one other one on this ridge line too that was reddish in color, but we weren't able to catch that. However, it was pointed out to me and Harley the last time we did an interview about this is over there to the right. There appears to be another thing going on as well. Right there. Yeah.
This guy right here.
Right there.
And I see a brow ridge and an eye, maybe a partial bit of a nose coming down. You know, it's hard to say. You know, that one's much better hidden.
But I tell you, Jim, even since we were in there, and even when I was last in there in April, they've changed that down in there so much. They've literally bent the laurels over, and it literally looks like a sniper point. Like you could just lay up there and overlook this whole valley.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sure.
So what I find amazing is, I mean, these pictures, I mean, you guys obviously know what you're looking for and looking at. You know, some of these things, you know, when it's like this, I just see like a dark spot in the woods and here, you know, a lot of people think nothing of this. And when you're actually walking through here with your naked eye, is this what you're seeing, or?
Oh, you see much more detail.
You see much more detail. And that's one thing that Scott Carpenter would say, you know, if they won't move if you're looking directly at them. You know, if you walk away and then come back and look at that same spot, they're going to be gone. And much less they're very intelligent and they know your intentions. You know, they knew exactly what me and Jim were doing out there. And it's just I don't understand why this area is just as active as it is. You know, it's year round and it's a never ending thing for me. Yeah. Much less my buddy Mike. He goes out there hiking all the time. I met him in December, and Jim actually got to meet him. He walks.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
He is a really cool dude, and he actually seen one. He seen a little one. He said he thought it was a bear cub at first. He said his dog was going to go chase it. And he said as his dog got closer to it, it stood up on 2 feet and it ran so fast. He said, you know, I thought it was a little bear cub at first. But he said after that, he said, I knew exactly what it was. And he won't stay out there after dark. He don't want nothing to do with that place after dark. He gets out there. He gets out there. He tells me all the time. And he's like, it's getting too dark. I got to go. I'm like, all right. But he's always keeping me in the loop. He's always calling me. You know, he knows that I live down here now, and he's kind of keeping me with tabs of what's actually going on in there. He said that the other night he thought he heard some howls. So,
wow,
very cool.
So Return of the Ghosts of Old Gravy Legs.
Love the
I like
name.
that name, by the way.
Oh, I see why now. Oh.
Yeah, I see why. Yeah, that's I see.
Oh,
anyway, let's get that off. How long was this whole expedition?
Well, we started.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice.
We started at what? A little bit before 8.
Yeah, it's around 7 or 8.
Yeah, and
but as far as the equipment goes, Mr. Gravy Legs, it's just my iPhone 15 Pro Max and a GoPro Hero 5 Black, and then my pair of lavalier mics, FIFA M9. So not counting my phone, I have less than $100 worth of equipment out there. Yeah, and that's
I couldn't keep up with the dang on little microphone clip. I I forgot I
Yeah.
put it in my pocket because it was starting to rain on us, and I put it in my back pocket.
I wasn't going to mention that, but yes, you did.
Well, I
Thanks.
did. I mean, I got to be honest about it. I did. I didn't want it getting wet.
Well, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean that's what we use, brother. And you know, I'm honestly impressed that we were able to capture as much as we did. You know, I mean,
I wish we'd have got that roar.
Yeah.
oh gosh, I know.
That,
As soon as I got
never
back, I brought
heard
him boom
anything
mic.
like what that was.
Right.
Yeah.
What was your
we're getting
words
there.
for it, Jim? What was your exact words for what you called that roar?
Oh, a T-Rex in the woods.
It was
Because-
so far away, but the power of it felt like it was right on top of us.
Wow.
Really?
It was nothing like I've ever heard before. I mean, I've heard plenty of recordings of Bigfoots and even some alleged dog man, and it sounded nothing like what I heard. Like I mean, seriously, for all I know, that was a T-Rex. I mean, it was
That's
insane. Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah, just the sheer power of it too, though. It was just you could feel it reverberating through your chest.
Yeah.
Mm.
And go ahead.
the part that sucks about it is, you know, when that happened, it's just the two lav mics that are running. Well, 1.5. Mine's running and the other one's in Harley's pocket.
Yeah.
And after I rendered the film and up the volume to about, I don't know, maybe 400%, like you can just barely hear it with headphones on. Like it's the faintest thing in the world, but I don't know how well it would come through a TV. Like I haven't been able to hear it on TV, but like during, you know, post-production, like as I'm uploading it and watching it one last time, I can just barely hear it. That's why I put on the screen. It's so faint, you know?
Yeah.
So
And you know,
if you guys want to hear it, you can.
People always ask me about, you know, looking at your footage when you go out investigating and stuff, and even with audio, you can't really just, you know, go through it real quick. You have to take the time, maybe even slow some of the footage down, or and to enhance the audio a little bit as well. And because you might just miss something real obvious, like the very faint sounds that you guys heard.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, you can hear the rock clackings in the video, right? Faintly.
They might be faintly, but I mean, you know, it's once again, you know, it's just little tiny lavalier mics, you know, that we're wearing. So I think you can in certain parts, but I don't recall off the top of my head.
I thought there was a time or two in there. I thought I heard it.
Yeah, probably did. I don't know. But I do know that as soon as I got back, the first thing I ordered was a shotgun mic. So I'm going to make sure I get it picked up this time.
There's plenty of more filming to be done out there.
For sure.
Thank you, Smokey. Appreciate it.
What up, Smoke? We got to make sure Paul is
I'm
ready and
just
mink.
glad those post-it notes are going to go on Powell. Not me, because I'm tall, and they'd be more post-it notes going on.
Yeah, a lot of surface area, though.
Anyway, I got one more picture that I wanted to show, and this one was pretty obvious to me, actually.
Yeah, that one was weird.
Yeah, this one is extremely interesting. You know, and obviously this is not pulled directly from the footage. It's a screenshot from my phone as I was going through, which is what this actual one that I've sent you is. In the film, it looks better. But yeah, I mean, it's a fairly obvious shape of something hanging out there watching us as we come in.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, we might want to
Now,
zoom out
when they
just a
were
little
watching
bit.
you come in, were they making any noises at that time, like to
There you
warn
go.
others?
It's dead quiet.
Wow.
You hear a pin drop, literally.
Yep.
No bugs, no birds, no nothing.
Nothing.
Just me and Harley walking through leaves.
Wow.
Yep.
And it's the strangest thing too. This weekend, all right, when me and these other boys were out there, I have never seen a deer while out here in this place. We're walking back up out of this valley that me and Jim were in. Mind you, this is the middle of the dark. We've all got our flashlights and headlamps on. And we get to this point, and I hear Steven in the back say, "Harley, there's a deer in front of you." I said, "Huh?" I turned back around and looked, and there was a deer standing there right in front of me. And
Wow.
it was a buck. He had a decent little set of horns on him, and he was just standing there looking at us and acting like he didn't know which way to go. And he kept looking behind him, and he came bolting right beside of us, like he didn't want to go back the other way, like something was after him.
Right. Wow.
Wow.
First deer I've ever seen in there. And like Jim will tell you, there's all kinds of deer tracks in there, turkey tracks. I mean,
Oh yeah. You can find plenty of wildlife sign out there. You know, and also, I mean, to be fair, like there were so many tracks that we saw from Bigfoot in general that
Oh, dude, we found all kinds this weekend. We found a couple
That's incredible.
a couple 20s, 19.
yeah.
Ethan found a 30.
A
Wow.
30-inch footprint?
4 of them
4? Holy shit.
in a swamp.
What?
Wow.
30 inches long, 14 and a half inches at the toes, and 9 inches at the heel. And
Wow.
my rough estimate on how tall this thing is 16 feet.
Oh my God.
30
Wow.
inches long, 14 and a half inches at the toes, and 9 inches at the heel.
I can believe that. I can
Wow.
believe that. You know, what I was going to say is, you know, we saw so many footprints out there that it got to the point where I stopped filming, or stopped filming them. But what Harley just mentioned there, you know, like when we were at the second location on the ridge, you know, on the other side of that mountain where it would have been hidden from Harley's view because we were sitting back to back, I could crane my neck all the way around and see around it. And, you know, at that point, the laurels were, what was it, 8.5, 9
Yeah.
feet? Because you reached up there to it.
I can reach 8.5 feet.
Right. So that's where the laurels ended. And from what I could see, there was a black silhouette standing there. And I saw from here up on it, you know, just giant shoulders and a big old slightly pointed head just hanging out there.
Yeah,
You know?
where that thing was standing at, it was flat, and then it dropped down, and that bush was sitting right where it dropped off. So it was untelling how big that thing was. It was a pretty good little drop.
It was massive, you know.
So
And
when you
I wish
saw,
I could have turned around and caught it, but
yeah,
I wasn't able with the camera set up at the time.
when you saw the footprints, were they walking like in a row, or were they in different places?
Well, they were in different places. The first two, we actually found the first one over in the swamp, and then I told them, I said, we need to find these other tracks. I said, there's no way that this thing just left one track right here in the middle of the swampy area. So we backtracked, and we get to the trail that we came in on, and there was 2 tracks. One was sitting like this, and the other one was sitting like that, like he was just standing there, didn't know which way to go. And so we think, I said, it probably went left. I said, let's just go that way. And we get over there to the left, and you can see where it slipped and where it stepped. And then we stepped in between those other spots, and it was so growed up we couldn't really tell where it had stepped or not. But it was. I've got pictures of them on my phone, and it's just the one really good one that was right there in the mud. It's just unreal. Like I told them boys that came with me, I said, y'all, I've never found one this big. Like we were all just on just it was unreal. I just don't have the words to describe it. Like the biggest one I had found before that was 26, but I can say that I found a 30.
Wow. There's a question. Did you cast the prints?
No, it was too swampy. Too swampy. It was too wet because it had rained. It had rained Friday night.
Yeah, it did.
I wish it would have been able to. I wasn't going to waste the plaster of Paris because I don't really feel like buying it.
Yeah.
Much less I have dental stone too, but I don't want to be wasting dental stone. That's another thing that I use is like what they use to make cavities and stuff. It actually works really good.
Wow. I'm still trying to get over the 30-inch print that
I think I could pull it up.
And that was this weekend, Harley?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Friday evening, right there. It had rained right there where we researched at earlier in the day, and then when I went out there that evening with Matthew and them, That's when we had found it, and then we tried to look back on them Saturday, but the rain had since washed them away, and it made me so mad. I was like, if I'd have came out here Thursday, I'd probably been able to cast these, but being a lineman, I just don't really have the time like I would like, and now I live 4 hours away.
Yeah.
Right.
So how deep was the print?
It was 1.5 2 inches. It's pretty deep right there in that swamp. Kind of soft anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They had a picture. I'm trying to pull up a picture of it. I can't even.
Wow. I mean, that's so what do you think? About 1,000 pounds, maybe?
I don't even know, Paul. I have no idea what to even. Let's see.
I mean, roughly 16 feet tall. Jeez.
Well, I mean, there is a classification of Bigfoot.
Let's see, fellow.
Like
you can't really see the whole thing there, but you can see where it should step and push down on the foliage. Let's see. I don't know if I have to send them on Messenger or what, but it's not. I don't have enough room to put it on my green screen here. I guess. That was crap. Anyway.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Right.
This one might. Nope, that one's not going to do it. Crap. Let's see if I can pull up one of these other prints that we found.
I was about to say, I know there was one on your Facebook earlier today that I was looking at.
Yeah. Is that the one that you posted, Harley?
I don't think I posted that one, but there's another one. That one was 19. That one was the 19-inch one that we had found late Saturday evening. But you can't really see the toes. I hate StreamYard sometimes. I just wish they would make it simpler on using pictures in the background.
Oh yeah, I'm not using StreamYard anymore.
I like using this little background template thing, but they don't make it convenient.
Somebody was telling me about another one that was really good, and I can't remember. Oh, it was you, Jim. That was telling me one that was.
Yeah, I'm gonna start using Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Streamlabs.
Yeah. StreamYard ain't letting me do the stuff I want to do on the free version no more. So
was this one? This one was you posted this on July 21st.
July 21st.
Let me get that. Hang on a second. Stop sharing.
This was the 26th. No, was it 26? My days are running together.
That's okay. Yeah. We had a long weekend.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah.
Oh no, wow. that was from April. That was from Operation Smoke.
Oh,
okay.
That film should be coming out pretty soon. I have not talked to my buddy Doc yet, but that one will be coming out, and I will say 3 people definitely had their lives changed, especially my buddy Riley. Especially poor Riley. He y'all will really feel for poor Riley in this film. He's from the no, that's not the big one. That's that 19-inch one.
That's not a big one. It's just 19 inches.
That's just 19 inches. It's nothing.
Yeah. Well, I think we found one that was 26. That was pretty 22. Big.
22.
Wow.
I found that 26-inch one by myself. That was
22
in November. Yeah, the 22-inch one. You named him Big Poppy. You named him Big Poppy.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's over there hanging out on a tree.
Yeah,
making sure he don't smell too bad.
Got some Axe body spray.
He got that old spice.
Come see Big Poppy.
Yeah, he gonna make you his cuddle buddy, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
So Ohio Bigfoot 30-inch tracks puts him about 16 to 18 feet tall.
Well, that's what I figured up. 16.25 feet. That's what my math figured up. Because you take the length, multiply it by 6.5, and then you take that and divide.
Take the what?
Take the length, which is 30 inches, and times it by 6.5. And then when you get that, you divide it by 12, and then that's how you get your height.
Jim, did you just call Paul a yank?
Length.
Length. Oh, I thought you said a yank.
It's translating for Harley's mountain talk.
Yeah, my hip talk.
Yeah. length.
Got it.
You know, if Freaky and I are on the same wavelength here, because I was just going to ask this question. How big are the strides?
You know, they weren't. I wasn't able really to figure it out. You know, me and 4 other people were right there trying to figure out where each of the steps were. You know, but we only could find the certain other ones. You know, there was 2 right there next to each other, and then about 30 feet over this way, we found another one, and then about 30 feet over the other way, there was another one. So I mean, there wasn't really no way to figure out the in between strides. And that was that. I mean, there was me and 3 other people trying to find them, and we never did. But you know, we measured them, and they were all 30 inches. So we know that it was the same one going in that general direction. But the last track was right at the edge of a big ridge that shot straight up, and I was not about to go up that ridge through those mountain laurels because it was so thick. Much less, I mean, I have to finish making trails out through there anyway, and I really don't feel like doing it right now in this heat because last summer when I did it, it was brutal.
Yeah.
Whoa, my chair just broke. That's nice.
You okay?
Yeah, my chair just broke.
Dang.
Wow. Whoops.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
David's
nice.
got a good question.
Yeah. Would you actually like to see that 16-foot monster?
No, I wouldn't want to see one that big. I'm fine with the 8.5. You know, I don't want to see one that big. No, I would think that an 8.5 one could snap me with no problem. A 16, that'd be no problem at all. Like it just, I mean, I'm skin and bones anyway, but still.
Yeah.
Good call, Freaky.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say is there's a classification of Bigfoots, you know, like within the classical minded way of looking at it called the mountain giant, I believe. So maybe this is a good representation of what that is.
The mountain giants, the hanks, the boogers. Yeah, all the same thing.
Right.
I found that out in Virginia whenever I seen my first one. Oh man! If anybody needs answers for anything, you just go to an old drive-in diner and just ask the old timers because they have answers for everything.
Yeah, that is true.
That's very true.
That is true. Yeah. Wow. I'm still 16 feet tall.
Can you imagine coming across that in the woods?
I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't even feel safe in a tree stand.
No.
No, because they would be looking you in the eye.
Yeah.
No thanks. I'd be taking me a nap, waiting on a deer to come through. I'd wake up and I'd be looking at something's eyes. Yeah, no. That's how tall I set my tree stands up anyway. I'd be going higher.
That's when you actually have your Axe body spray and you spray it in his eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take your Axe body spray.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if I'd want to be the one to piss it off though either.
No kidding.
It'd rip that tree stand plumb off the tree and chuck me a mile away.
And you know, how can a 16-foot creature hide anywhere and people not see him? You know.
Well,
that's the crazy thing to me.
The mountain laurels, man, that's just so thick. You know, you can sit there and walk right by one and not even know it.
You could have one standing right in front of you and behind the laurels, and it's completely camouflaged. It's so thick.
Yeah.
So as you walk through, and we were just up there, and it's like you could have something standing there. You'd have bears, whatever. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know at all.
Wow.
Check that out, right there. There you go. It's like a rainforest, man.
Yeah.
You froze.
It's like a rainforest, man. It's a totally different world.
Wow.
Is Greg Ogles here? Greg is here. Hi, Mr.
Greg!
Bossman!
Mr. Moist himself.
Bossman is here.
Uh-oh.
That's right.
Bossman's in the house.
Yeah. And I totally lost my train of thought.
Oh.
Aha. Pick on him now. Yeah, I lose my train of thought and I get pink Post-it notes.
Wait.
Because you look pretty in pink.
Because you're pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty in pink.
See, I'm going to say it enough to make it stick.
Yeah.
Like a Post-it
Pink
note.
Paranormal Portal.
See what I
Pink
did?
Paranormal Paul. Night, yes. He is freezing, but we can hear him fine. So we are He's either freezing or he's standing incredibly still.
Well, his chair broke.
Yeah,
You,
my chair
Harley.
broke, man.
Yeah. Just as a thought, though, I mean, obviously, y'all don't got to agree with me, but I mean, being 16 feet tall, it would be really hard to hide unless you are normally zipping around the woods as one of these balls of lights that we
Orbs.
see all the time.
That
Just thought.
That is interesting. Yeah.
or slipping from the 3D to the 5D or something like that.
Or
Or portal.
sleeping all day and only moving at night.
That too.
Yeah.
Sure.
So do you guys think, and this is for all three of you guys, the size of the orb that is seen around Bigfoot and stuff, do you think that has anything to do with the actual size of the creature?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I don't see why not.
Sure. Why not? I don't know. I don't know how we would document that, but
Yeah, that's a whole different rabbit hole to go down, Paul.
Yeah.
You open that can of worms. Ain't no closing it now.
There you go.
yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how we'd measure that, honestly. It's hard enough to measure this
Yeah.
stuff to begin with,
Yeah.
let alone
Very true.
that.
Always
Very
more
true.
questions than answers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't judge my orbs.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Bigfoot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My
But, I
orb's
mean,
bigger than
you-
your orb.
Orb is in. Oh, anyway.
Nothing.
Look at the size of those orbs on that one.
Wow. Hey.
Anyway,
Axe body spray.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
wait,
You need to get a concealed carry for him orbs.
Or not. Live a little. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
just let them free. Let them go free.
Yeah.
Free the orbs.
Look at
Yeah.
us. Just we've lost.
Yeah.
we've
Yeah,
lost.
it-
Lost the
focus.
plot.
yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, look
Yeah.
at
That's how
that.
it goes.
Natalie was the MVP at the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference.
Natalie's
Oh.
always
Hey.
MVP.
You are so
Yes,
kind.
Joe.
You are so kind. Thank you.
Yeah, Natalie, you done a very good job, and I cannot compliment you enough. You done excellent.
Oh,
It's
thank
always
you.
good to see you, Natalie.
Always great to see you too. We had a really good time.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
good.
I was like an auctioneer at first on that round table, but once I seen RPG out of the corner of my eye going like this, I was like, okay, I can breathe, I can do this, I got this, and
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Awkward
we
silence.
it was good. Got to see a lot of great people. Jesse and Joe, thank you, and you guys were great, fantastic, and
and hoping that they could make it to the Crossing Realms conference. They said that it's not off the table. But
that would be cool.
That would be cool. I'd love to meet him. I have to reach
I'm
out.
excited. I can't wait to be up there.
MK, I did not push you. No, that did not happen. That did not happen. I'm not a bouncer. However, I did kick a bunch of people out. I did bounce earlier in the day, but not you.
Oh my God.
Ron.
Yeah, we're
I'm
not
not
going to go into
surprised.
that one.
I'm not surprised by the behavior. Sounds like Nat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm kind
So
of
sorry,
rough.
bro.
So
So that's why security went run by earlier.
that's so when you guys all go out with Relic Films, she's the one that's really the protection of everybody. She's the bouncer of everybody.
Yeah.
She might be 4'11", but she's mighty, right?
Oh, she's terrifying. Terrifying. Get her drunk.
I
Oh,
am.
Jesus.
My 5.5 shoe. Whoo, look out. Mama Nat. That's right. Mama Nat's in the house.
That's got nothing against that 16-footer.
No.
I try to hide.
make sure I'm out of the way when Natalie's around. Now, I don't want to be caught in the crossfire.
No.
Yeah,
I'll go full blown ninja.
No,
She will.
you'd have to catch me first.
Your long legs. I'd have
That's
to take
true.
4 steps to your 1.
yeah. Yeah. Dynamite comes in small packages.
Yep.
It's just the mental image of those little tiny legs. That's all I'm seeing.
Back here.
Mickey, you notice I'm not making fun of her so much now. Okay.
I've
I
got
know what's
Jim and
coming my
Harley,
way
but
if I do.
this is my family right here.
Oh yes.
We
We have
love
lots of
each
fun when
other.
we're out with Relic. I promise you that.
Oh,
I bet.
I'm excited.
Lots of fun.
So Harley, do you go to this location at night, overnight at all, or do you just stay there?
Yeah. I've had fair share of actually doing night investigations, but not staying all night. Operation Smoke was really the first time I've ever camped out overnight there, and let me tell you, Friday night I got soaking wet. Saturday night it wasn't really too bad, and then it was different camping in the woods at night. I've never really done that, but I've walked through the woods early morning going to hunt and stuff like that, waking up early to go fishing tournaments. But waking up in the woods is a totally different feeling, and I love it, but I'm planning another camp out there soon. Like this past weekend, we didn't really camp or nothing. We just hanged out till 10, 11 o'clock and then went about our business. But I stayed out there and camped, but nothing really too crazy happened. It's definitely a different feeling to be out there by yourself. My wife, she hates it. She can't stand going out there. She hates it. Then it's, she's had a bad experience with Bigfoot from the get-go.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. We went hiking for our anniversary last year. I told her we were going to go hiking, where there wasn't going to be no Bigfoot. Well, I got a report from somebody that said they seen a Bigfoot chasing a bear, and I wasn't about to pass that up, so we went. I never told her that there was Bigfoot seen there. So we were going along there. She got the crap scared out of her by a snake. We get to this waterfall, we get in and swim for a minute. It was a 3-hour hike. We're on our way back out, and she stops. She says, "There's something following us." I said, "Yeah, just stay calm." She says, "What is it?" I said, "It's probably a Bigfoot." "Oh my God, don't tell me that." She said, "What do we do?" I said, "You stay calm." Next thing I know, there's a big old rock comes flying that runs right in front of her.
Oh my God.
And she took off running. I said, don't run. And she's still going, bless her little heart. And next thing I know, I see her go down, and I'm like, oh no. And she's like, "Oh, my ankle, it's broken." I said, "No, it's not." And as I'm sitting there looking at her ankle, it's swelling up to double the size of a softball. I'm like, "It's not broken. It's not broken." So what was a 3-hour hike in turned into about a 4.5-hour hike out. And I'm sitting there, I'm trying to carry her, and then I'm trying to stop and take a break, and I pick her back up and I start carrying her again. Well, here comes the thunder and the lightning and the monsoon. And we passed people on the way in, and we never seen them up there at the waterfall. But when we're on our way back out, they passed us, and I'm like, well, they were never up there. And they walked with us for a minute, and then they're like, okay, we gotta go. And I'm just sitting here, and I looked at my wife. I told her, I was like, it would have been nice to have some help. And she's getting to the point, you gotta go on, you gotta call somebody to come out here and get us. I'm like, I'm not leaving you.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you would do.
She was in a boot for 2 months, and she does not.
Oh my
nothing
God.
with Bigfoot.
So did she break it?
Oh yeah, it was broken.
Oh.
Yeah, it was purple, like from her ankle up all the way, even going down into her heel area. It was just purple and all kinds. It was nasty.
Oh no.
That's rough.
Needless to say, she does not really enjoy hiking anymore.
Yeah.
She can't stand telling people about it, because every time, they ask about my wife and her interest in Bigfoot, and I'm just like, I start telling the story. She's like, "No, you gotta let me tell it." I'm like, okay. And then she's actually wanting to start making T-shirts that says "What not to do when you encounter Bigfoot," and it's going to have a picture of her ankle on it.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
mean,
That is
to be
so
fair,
cool.
like what I can tell was her mindset was apparently all I got to do is be faster than you, Harley.
Yeah,
I mean,
So-
that she's not wrong.
You're
Yeah.
not the bad person here, technically.
Well, she was.
I mean,
it was fight or flight, and she definitely took flight.
yeah.
Yeah.
My wife, she's 5'2", and I've never seen her move so fast in all my life. I'm telling you, man, she was like the little road runner.
Yeah, she's about my
Wow.
height. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow.
Oh Lord, I'd get her out here, but she'd be too embarrassed to talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll do that at Cross Film.
Yep,
We all
yep,
get
yep.
together,
There
we'll
we
do it
go.
at Cross-
Yeah. Yeah.
So can you,
There you go.
Natalie, can you write on a post-it note for me to remember to ask her about that?
I will. I will. In,
I'm
in
embracing
glitter
this
pen.
now. I'm embracing the I'm
Good.
It'll be
embracing this
glitter.
now, so you know.
So
Yeah.
that's
Because
what
you
I'm
look
going to
pretty
do.
in pink.
Yep. Glitter pen. I'll have all different types of glitter pens. It'll be awesome.
So Harley, I have to ask. Someone has to ask this question. What are you going to do this year to top last year's anniversary?
I'm gonna go back.
Take on a dogman expedition
I'm gonna do one even better. I'm gonna go back to where I originally saw my first one.
with your wife.
I'm gonna go back to where I originally saw my first Bigfoot with my wife.
Cool.
Okay.
Is she
Because
going to want to do that?
I've not been there in 5 years. 5 years since 2020. And September 23rd comes around. That's where I'll be.
Hmm.
Okay. And
Cool.
and
I
she
wanna-
knows
I
she's
wanna-
going with you on this.
Oh yeah, she knows. I've already told her about it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
So-
a good question.
Yeah, Frankie asked a question. How many have you seen, Harley?
I've seen 6, at least 6. I've seen brown ones, I've seen black ones, and I've seen reddish brown ones.
Hmm.
So they're just, I mean, the one that really sticks out to me is the second one. My second one that I seen, it was a week into doing the research. I was hiking in the area, and this reddish brown Bigfoot steps in behind the tree, and next thing I know, it steps out behind the tree and it crouches down in the laurels, and it peeks its head out. He's got gray skin, jet black eyes. It is just sitting there looking at me, and that was when I realized that these things weren't a primate, because when I was looking into this thing's eyes and it was looking back at me, I realized there was a humanness about it. It was not
Right.
a primate. There was a humanness to this
Mhm.
creature, this being.
Mhm.
And then it just
Yeah.
went from there. And now, I look at it from a biblical thing, and Cain was cursed to be a restless wanderer of the earth, but then there's no really specification into that. And the Esau was born covered head to toe with red hair like a hairy cloak. And then of course the Nephilim, which I think,
Bingo.
and I definitely think in some way, shape, or form we are getting ready for what's going to happen in Revelations. The beast and the beasts of the earth are going to be unleashed, and
Mhm.
in Genesis 6:4 it even says the Nephilim were on the earth in those days and thereafter. We've got the second incursion of the Nephilim right now.
Wow.
Wow.
I got down
Yep.
on my knees the other night. I did. I asked the Lord. I'm like, "You sure you want me to keep doing this?" And the only thing I got out of it was yes. So I can keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm not. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if the Lord's pushing me to keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go, Bo.
And whether I've got RH negative blood, and there's a lot of debate about what RH negative blood is. Whether it's bloodlines of the Nephilim or whether you can. I mean, I don't know. It's just something about me, and whether it's the aura I put off or these things know that I'm good or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't know, and I'll probably never know until I die, and it's my time upstairs, and I'll have all the answers then.
Yeah.
Might be the Axe body spray.
Could very well
Old
be.
Spice. Old Spice.
Oh, Old
There you go.
Spice.
Old Spice. Yeah.
Ah, that's what it is. Gotcha.
That's what it is. They like that. We'll have to try that next time we go in the woods. Douse you
For
with it,
sure,
Jim.
brother.
Here's some Old Spice for you.
I mean,
like
to be fair, the smells that you and I were able to catch in Townsend, it was Old Spice would be better than half of them, except for the flowery smelling one, whatever that was. But the rotten sewage thing that was going on, yeah, that would be better. But, yeah. I don't know. That's a different story for a different night. That's with Relic
whole
Films.
different story.
And what would
Whole
be-
different.
What would be interesting is what would happen if you were to gift like Old Spice or Axe body spray? What would happen?
Well, I don't know. That'd be
Would they-
interesting to find out.
Would they use it? Would they, I mean, they got to be curious as to what it is, and I'm sure they're, pressing on things and doing things. So I'm sure something's going to emit from it.
Start
They
making
might-
inappropriate gestures. I don't know.
I mean, I'd probably just be hanging out in the tree going, "What's up, girl?"
I see a new. I see a new Old Spice commercial here.
Yeah. Hey, girl.
Jim, have you thought about pitching that to whatever company makes Old Spice?
No.
I think you should.
No.
You can put me in the
Jim
Bigfoot
does
suit.
not gift. Jim does not gift.
You'd be the world's skinniest Bigfoot.
Hey, I'd be all right. I'm tall enough to do it. Hey, they're not all tall and wide. There's some tall and lanky like me.
Yeah.
They ain't born 8 feet tall.
There you go.
Right.
If you catch a Bigfoot using Old Spice, it'll go viral. Yeah.
Hey, we can make a Bigfoot vlog. Use the AI and make a Bigfoot vlog. There you go.
Yeah.
It'll be viral.
Yep.
Yeah.
The gears are turning now.
Uh-oh.
See,
Jim's thinking here.
get those creative
Anyways.
juices going.
So
Yeah.
what?
Creative juices.
Oh, okay. I heard something. So again,
Okay.
Jim, tell us where we can find the your documentary that you have.
Okay. So it's on my YouTube channel, The Night's Watch, and the name of the documentary is called Enigma in the Smokies. Right there's the link. And yeah, it's a good time. It's about 2 hours long. And like I said, y'all, I've got maybe $100 worth of equipment. And Harley and I spent, I don't know, a little over half the day out there and caught as much as we did. So it's a good time. I think you guys will really enjoy it. And the next time that I go out, which is technically this weekend, I've purchased some upgrades, and it's the next one's going to be awesome as well. So I hope you guys like and subscribe and hang around. Get ready for the next one.
Awesome.
And you know what I find amazing is, I mean, that's just proof that you don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment to
Correct.
do any of this stuff that we do. I mean, just your cell phone, a regular camera.
Yep.
That's basically it.
Pretty much. I mean, granted, like I do it kind of like, guerrilla style. I'm just running and gunning. I'm not setting up beautiful shots and CG and stuff. I don't have the budget of small time monsters or something like that.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just raw and it's what you get. And I'm going to do my best to make it sound look as good as I possibly can with the limitations. And like I said, so far it's been great. I'm super impressed. I can't believe that it turned out as well as it did. So, I hope everybody checks it out and likes it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Harley, tell us where people can find you at Bigfoot Reports and Data.
Yeah, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and it's all under the same name, and I post content regularly. And I'm really excited to be a part of this with Jim. Jim done a really good job. I'm glad to have had him out there, and stay tuned for more, because there's plenty more to come from East Tennessee. I will say, if you all are going to enjoy Enigma in the Smokies, and y'all will also enjoy Operation Smoke when we release it. There's a lot of hype behind the Operation Smoke ordeal, and I can't really talk about it too much, but I will say it involves thermal video. Can't say how many of these creatures are in it, but you'll just have to wait and see Operation Smoke whenever we finally release it.
That is awesome.
Cool. Very
I'm excited.
Cool. And Harley, I don't think I've asked you this question yet. I mean, you do a lot in the Appalachian area. Have you ever thought about going out west, or hell, even more northeast?
I'd like to someday. I would someday, but it's just something about being in Tennessee to me. It's home sweet home. And if I'm going to be doing this, I don't want to go somewhere else. And
Right.
if it's meant to be, go somewhere else and get the evidence. But I want to do it here. And honor and legacy of Scott Carpenter. I'm the one that picked up the torch where he left off. And I just feel like it's the right thing for me to do.
Yeah. And,
Well done.
and honestly, I don't think there's a better person that could be doing this, Harley. And I mean that, dude.
I appreciate it,
So
Paul.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky enough to know all three of you guys and have three wonderful investigators here with me. But with all due respect, Harley, I mean, you're just a fantastic individual. So
I appreciate it, bro. Thanks a lot.
So I certainly do appreciate you guys coming on. And Jim, you're an awesome dude.
Thanks.
Great content over there on the Night's Watch. So guys, make sure you go over there and check it out. Pam's been putting the link in chat. It's also in the show notes. Make sure you go over to Bigfoot Reports and Data and check him out as well. So guys, I really, really appreciate you guys coming on. This has been fun. I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome.
Minus
Thanks,
the
guys.
Post-it note stuff.
No, that was the highlight.
Pretty
That was
in
just the
pink.
Pretty in Pink.
No.
There
Isn't
he
that
is.
Isn't that a movie, Pretty in Pink?
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah, it was way back in the 80s.
Oh.
Molly Ringwald.
That's old.
Yeah.
I hear a reenactment.
Reenactment. No, there will not be a reenactment of Pretty in Pink in September.
There should be.
Yeah, there is. There's
It'll
one.
happen.
Y'all peer pressure him into it. He needs to.
No.
That's what you should dress up as for Halloween. Do your little special.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So guys,
that wasn't me.
I see. That's why I say, Harley. That's why I say you're one of the nicer ones. These two are just kind of mean to me tonight for some.
Well,
I mean,
okay, nerd.
Jim-
Okay.
You catch me in the bucket, and if it's a long, hot day and I get down and I'm pouring a sweat out of my gloves and sleeves, that's when I'm an asshole. But I love you guys. I love you guys. I do. And I don't work with you guys. But
Right.
this
Yeah,
summer heat,
yeah.
man, it's been crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's rough on
been
us linemen out here.
Yeah, and God bless
For
you for
sure.
doing what you guys do. But anyway, guys, thank everybody for watching. Make sure in about 5 minutes you head on over to BMR's channel. Him and Krista have. I saw this earlier. And I forgot. Shocker.
Jody. is it
NADP?
Yeah,
Jody
Jody.
Cook?
Jody Cook. Yep. Yeah. Jody's coming on tonight. So
Yeah. You need some post-it notes up there, bro.
I need
You
a
know
post-it
this.
note to remember that.
the sad thing is, I have notebooks. I have these. I have another one of those. And here's my notes from tonight. I just wrote down one thing.
Yeah, but pink really catches the eye. You'd see
I'm not
it
gonna
more.
win this
With
one.
glitter. With glitter.
With glitter.
Guys,
Yeah.
Gotta throw the glitter in there.
have a great night. Thank you all for watching. Saturday, we will have a show Saturday. I don't have a guest planned. I think it might just be like a fun night to talk and do whatever we feel like doing. So
Nice.
tune into that on Saturday. That's going to be fun. So anyway, everybody have a good night. Head on over to BMR. Tell them I sent you and get $10 off the cover charge.
Nice.
I don't know. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks so much. Oh, before we forget,
Ah.
I always forget to do this. And yes, I know I should have post-it notes for it. Thank you so much, T-Bone, for gifting the 5 memberships. And Mickey, love you too. Thank you for the $5 donation.
Thank you, guys.
As I say that, we are out of here. Have a great night, everybody.
Night, y'all.
Bye.
Tookie.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.